right, so interesting that the stocks, where's my mouse? There it is. Stocks slightly lower. Why? As trade optimism sours, investors keep an eye on impeachment. Now, one thing that I do not get involved with in my sessions is religion and politics, unless politics affects what's going on in the market. This is a very news-driven market. Do you understand that as of yesterday's, going into the close yesterday, there was a tweet put out by the president talking about there may be a meeting on with China, and the market took off. Market took off, and that news spurred on a nice movement of the market towards the end of the day. But what's hurting the market now is that more people are keeping an eye on possible impeachment proceedings against the president due to a call made to the Ukrainian president. And you can read the transcript. I'm not going to give you my opinion. It's not going to happen. All right, it's not going to happen. But there's a lot of news about impeachment proceedings, possibly impeachment inquiry. That's what it is. So it's just the wording. And based upon that, it is affecting the market to an adverse effect. So looking at that information, let's go back into the software. So that is what's affecting the software. Let's go back into the software, and I'm going to I've already created a watch list of stocks that we're going to talk about today. One of them is the spiders. Why? Because that's what a lot of people use to gauge what's going on in the market, the stocks within the S&P 500. So if I look at that today, it is down today. Because it is an ETF or an exchange-traded fund, we can't use our indicators like relative value and relative safety. But what we can look at is an indicator called relative timing, which looks at the short-term price trend of a stock, or in this case, an ETF. Above the value of 1, the stock is in an uptrend. Below the value of 1, the stock's in a downtrend. So overall, we can see the RT on the spiders is above the value of 1. Our master indicator for ranking stocks is VST, also above the value of 1. The CI, or comfort index on the stock, which looks at the stock's ability to withstand long or lengthy price declines, is above the value of 1. When you find a stock that's got a CI above 1, it is a more resilient stock that even if it's caught in a downtrend, it won't stay there very long. This is a good recipe for good stocks to buy, and it's got a hold recommendation. So now we can see what's going on. The stock is in an uptrend. The VST overall ranking of the stock is above the value of 1. The stock is a hold. Let's right-click on it and view the stock graph. As we do that, open it up. Here's the S&P 500, the spiders though, which gives you the opportunity to trade the index as a whole instead of individual stocks within the 500. We can see, put this on a 3-month time period. You're still using the 3 and the 8 exponential moving averages. The market, or the S&P, found the top, pulling back. The 3 and the 8 crossed a few days ago on 9/20 and still going down. But look at this here. We got a little bit of a hammer formation by way of candlesticks. Could that be the sign of a reversal for the stock's price to move higher? We won't know that now until tomorrow. But the S&P 500, or spiders, are still moving down right now, which means if the index is moving down, the majority of the stocks within the S&P 500 are also moving down. I'm going to close this graph out, and I'm going to add one more ticker symbol in here that also wraps up with the S&P 500, and that's the VVC, or the VectorVest Composite. Remember, our VectorVest Composite tracks the movement of over 8,300 stocks. The spiders is a good way to take a look at the market, but it only tracks 500 stocks. So let's take a look at the VVC. RV below 1. That tells me that the upside potential on the market, or the VVC, is low, is unfavorable. Relative safety on the VVC below 1. The safety of the market, of all of the stocks within the market that we track, below 1, unfavorable. RT, below 1. The short-term price trend of the VVC, unfavorable. The VST, or master indicator for ranking the stocks, unfavorable. The CI, the stock's ability to withstand long or lengthy price declines, below 1, unfavorable. Now, the earnings growth rate of all of the stocks is at a level of 5% a year. We're still growing the earnings overall on the stocks within the VectorVest composite. And we've already, I don't need to look at a graph of it, we've already graphed it, and we can see that on a 3-month period, it is turning over. So those two indicators, looking at the market as a whole, based upon the news that is in the market, is giving you a feel of why you need to be cautious if you're going to buy any new positions long. So that is the first story. Always is going to be about what's going on in the market and how to effectively take advantage of it. If you're still in long positions, tighten stops on the positions that you're in. If these are stocks that you're not trying to hold for the long term, don't be afraid to take a profit on those stocks instead of letting it all go away while the market is going through what it's going through. And sometimes you may just have to take a seat back or sit back and let the market do what it does before you start to put on any new trades. But don't let all your profits go away on the stocks that you're currently making money in. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Now, if you're new to the software or would like refresher information about the software, click on this Getting Started video right here. Thanks to all of your input, here's a YouTube video that we think would be perfect for you. Click right here. If nothing else, folks, just hit the subscribe button right here.